because it's hard to
Devon.
pick. It's not Devon. I'd like to see Robert Roode win it, but he's a tag team.
Yeah.
So that takes out him and
Robert
James
Roode's
Storm.
kind of like the Arn Anderson of TNA.
He's never going to get a title. He's never going to get a title.
Well, he'd have to break away from James Storm.
James Storm.
He'd have to say, you know what, I'm going to do tag singles. If he did that,
AJ.
then yes.
AJ is just he's AJ and RVN aren't going to win it because they're too obvious. RVD, whatever.
The good doctor.
The doctor, Chris. Without the TNA, buddy.
I do that all the time too.
I do that as well. RVD and AJ, they're too predictable. They're not going to win. They'll probably get in the final four.
They'll be in the match.
Who will be in the final four? RVD, AJ, Hugh, Joe,
and Crimson.
Crimson has to be in there.
But wait, no. Gunner will be in there.
Gunner
will be in there. RVD will not.
RVD will not.
RVD right now, he's not really doing anything. Somebody will cost him getting into the final four, and that'll be his next feud.
Really? Speaking of RVD, back to the match. Back to the pay-per-view.
Okay.
Had a huge renewal of one of the greatest rivalries of all time with ECW rivalry. RVN versus Jerry Lynn.
Mr. JL.
Jerry Lynn. Randomly, TNA brings in Jerry Lynn. They love to do that randomly at different points. It's bringing Jerry Lynn.
I like that match, except for you knew there was no way in hell Mr. JL was going to win.
Ever.
So it was kind of
pointless because.
But it was a good match.
No offense to Jerry Lynn.
But they are going to make RVD.
RVD is just
job out
totally
out
of
the month.
his league. That's the thing. It's not even talent at this point. It's over at this point. You know, the push.
Yeah.
RVD's just out of his league.
You mean Jerry Lynn was out of his
league? I mean RVD is out of Jerry Lynn's league.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, it's just not going to happen.
Sorry, JL.
Sorry, buddy. That's the life. Another great thing, we touched on the Ultimate X match.
Yeah.
We
had no one in it.
That was a great match. It was a great concept match. That was my first TNA match I ever saw in my life. I saw the very first.
Yeah.
The very first Ultimate X match where they actually hung the belt and it fell like 5 times.
Yeah. Who won that match? I'm at a loss.
Chris Sabin?
No, it was
Chris Sabin.
It was Matt Bentley, I believe.
Yeah, Matt Bentley.
I think he won it.
Shawn Michaels' brother or cousin or
it was
whatever.
His second cousin.
Something like that. That was his gimmick for a while. So he
really wasn't. He just did Shawn Michaels' school.
So basically, anyway, that was TNA's pay-per-view. Second question to you. I have a heartfelt question for you, Matt.
Okay.
What does TNA hate Mr. Kennedy?
Why? Well, no.
They hate him?
I don't think they hate him so much. I think, and WWE kind of screwed up my analogy here with the recent world title crap they're going through. But I think TNA is trying to keep it like we're guessing. With WWE, Cena till a couple weeks ago had held the belt forever.
He's held it for about 6 months.
Yeah. I think TNA was trying to be the opposite of that. They were trying to keep it, going up because it went from Hardy, Sting, Anderson, back to Sting, and then back and forth. I think they're trying to be unpredictable. I think Anderson's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think they're just trying to be
in the wrong place, the wrong time. 5 months ago when they did the exact same thing.
That I cannot explain. But
why do you hate Ken Kennedy?
Maybe he runs his mouth too much.
I like Ken Kennedy. I love Ken Kennedy.
Maybe backstage he's running his mouth. I can't imagine that. But
he's charismatic.
He is charismatic.
He's got an attitude.
He does.
He's a bad guy. Don't try and make him face. That was a bad idea.
That's what they're trying to do now again.
I don't understand that.
With the whole Bully Ray thing. What was that?
Basically, that whole thing was Bully Ray doesn't want to be told what to do.
But they've got to build that into something else. If that was just a 1 week thing, then
why? Why did Ken Kennedy?
That's another one of those WCW moments.
Ken Kennedy should never have joined Immortal.
No, that was stupid. That ruined that push. They killed that push. They lost the belt right next week.
I'm going on the record saying I hate Immortal, aka NWO version 2. The only reason they're not called NWO is because Vince probably owns the legal rights to that name.
He does.
So they can't use that name, but it's the NWO. I mean, just hit the bad porn music. Have Hogan play the air guitar coming out with the boa.
Hollywood. You know, I don't mind Immortal because since the NWO, every faction every one of those top level factions has that feel to it. You know, you can go on a limb and say that even the Vince's old
corporation.
The corporation had that. Which came first, corporation or NWO?
NWO. And corporation was their answer to the NWO.
So I mean,
that was a horrible answer to the NWO.
I like the corporation.
Yeah, but it wasn't a good answer to the NWO. The DX was a much better answer.
Yeah.
But they weren't used correctly.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Corporate ministry.
Corporate ministry
was awesome.
Liked, except
for
the Undertaker.
all month.
Yeah, Undertaker just gets too hurt. That's
yeah. It's kind of bad luck because he got hurt right after he did that.
Undertaker just gets hurt so much nowadays.
But anyways, I like Immortal. I don't have a problem. I have a problem with Bischoff and Hogan getting so much camera time, but you knew that was coming with.
Yeah, you knew that was coming when they signed on with the company. That's what's going to happen.
I want to see Dixie Carter back. I like Dixie.
You like Dixie more than one way.
I do. I don't care what she is. She's pretty hot. I'm going on record saying that. Dixie Carter is a true cougar. I don't even care, man. She's like 50 or something. She's hot.
What do you think of Joker Sting? We're just going to say Sting is the Joker. He's the Joker from Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's the
face paint.
He's coming.
I personally hate it because it's not Sting. I grew up watching Sting. And you know, I can take change because I kind of went from the multicolor to the white and black.
Yeah.
But like Sting is insane. And he was insane because he lost the title. Why is he still insane?
Because you can't go crazy that fast.
He went crazy that fast.
I like the Joker Sting. He needs to I want to make a pencil disappear, but I don't think TNA can get away with that. Get like a job on like.
I did like his suit. I like the red.
That was cool.
That was very nice.
I like Joker. When I first saw Joker Sting, and I got what they were doing when he turned around, I was like, oh Jesus, this is Joker Sting. Is this really where we're going with this?
I'm going to say this now. My wife hates wrestling. I turned off the volume, pointed at the picture, says, "Who is that?" She says, "He's the Joker."
Whammo.
When a person who doesn't like wrestling, whatever.
Yeah.
She's getting into it.
Does she not like RJ used to not like it?
Yeah, she likes like RJ Inman used to not like it. But
the Lincoln one does not either.
Yeah, we know we got to tag him now. But with someone like that really doesn't have much interest or experience in wrestling, can just like, okay, that's what's going to happen.
That's a good sign.
That's not a good sign. That's not enough originality.
But look, when I started watching, really? But the more and more I started watching, I was like, this is pretty awesome. I like the Joker Sting only because it's Sting. It's weird because for the exact opposite reason. He hates it because it is Sting. Because it is Sting. Because I think only Sting could pull this off. Anybody else does it, it's going to be stupid. He's not going to do it. But you think about the progression of where he started. He started off as basically Hulk Hogan, that kind of ultimate babyface with
blonde hair.
Yeah, blonde hair. And then he became Dark Sting, Crow Sting as people called him. So when you're Crow Sting, he did that for years, about 10 years.
He's done that for about 10 years now. He's done that maybe longer than that. He's done that for about 15
he did that
before college, before I was even in college.
He did that after WCW thought he joined the NWO.
Yeah.
Which became one of the worst gimmicks ever.
The year off
NWO Sting.
Nash was in NWO Sting one time. They didn't actually went up the top rope. I didn't really understand that. And then like Tony Schiavone caught that.
He bought it. But
no,
you think
Tony Schiavone's the one that like turned into being fake.
And if Tony Schiavone points it out,
That's bad. That's a bad sign.
but so either when you do that, you either go two ways. You either go darker, like Undertaker dark, or
Which he's not going to do because Sting is a professed Christian, so
so yeah.
he had to do something.
Yeah, he had to do something because he's getting stale. So
Old.
he can still go though, man.
I mean, I understand. You know,
he
he's
is.
getting old, so you know he needs to start thinking about passing that torch.
So just something totally different, go crazy, and it's working. I don't know how much longer they can do it, but I could see this
This is going to get old.
kind of getting old. But for right now, I'm kind of digging it. The whole thing with him being the CEO of the network, that
actually does entertain me.
That was hilarious.
That does entertain me, and that is what I'm going to make the call right now. 10 days. It was 10 days from Thursday, so it's actually 8 days. 8 days. Kurt Angle, new world champion. Comment.